evening. It's been rather nice out the last couple of days. Still working on the same thing over and over in a prior video. I already worked on prime numbers. I want to get back to prime numbers. How can I recreate the prime number? How can I recreate in its first instance prime 2? And what I like to do, I use these star system calculations, because everybody knows that we can walk into the science lab and find all the elements, but until you put those elements together, you aren't creating anything other than the elements of nature. And what does it mean when something is approved? Is it mentally acceptable? Is it actually approved? What does approval mean? What does approval mean when a product gets onto the market? Who approves it? Under what standards is it approved? How did they approve alcohol and cigarettes and marijuana? How did they approve that? Under what standards? There isn't anything in the world that isn't dangerous. It's all dangerous. Fluff, dust, clouds, the rain, cars, metal, earth, everything's dangerous if you don't know what you're doing with it, or what to do with it, or how to avoid it. If a lot of metal was falling down from the sky, you want to avoid it. Security and protection. We're always looking for somebody else to... Okay, we're not going to get into that. What we're going to do right now is prime. And I like to take it off of my dice cubes. I like to look at my dice cubes. So how can... Is this my first page? 1 second here. Just stick around with me. Okay. Here is what we have, and we're going to recreate 3 and 1. We need to create 3 and 1. 3 and 7 are both prime numbers. From 3 and 7, we will recreate the numbers that creates 3 and 7. If God rested on day 7, it'd be day 3. What happened on day 4 in creation? Very important. What happened on day 4 in creation? And should we not count the first day of creation, because it's the first day of creation, the day after God's rest? So 3 times 7, 21. 2 plus 1, 3. 3 plus 7 is 10. So the first few times we will create 10. We have to find out all the places we create what and from where. Okay, so in this situation, we have created 10. This 10 is not... is not a prime number. I'm going to show you where the first prime number shows up. The first prime number shows up over here, and this will create your 10. 13 will create your first prime 1. Your first prime 1. But it is going to be reduced into a non-prime number, and that is number 19. And how do we create number 19? We take the number 1 and 3. 1 times 3, 3. 1 plus 3, 4. 3 times 4, 12. 3 plus 4, 7. 7 and 12 is 19. 19 is your prime. When this is added together, it creates 10 and 9. This will create 10 and 9. Or, if you want to look, I'm going to say ST. I have to explain that now. Why did I do that? 69, 79, 85. The 19 is the S letter. Okay. I shouldn't have done that, because that's done with number 39. And that 39 is interrupted by a cat. Why did I say that? That wasn't the one I wanted. 19 and 20, when 19 and 20 come together. See, 19 equals 10. And right under my camera, she has. So can you go in the corner, please? I gave her a nice place to go. I gave you a nice place to go. Can you just stay in your nice place? Can you stay in your nice place? You think you can just stay in your nice place? You got something to do? Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. Back to number 19 and number 20. Number 19 is created by 13 or 31, whichever way you want to do it. And number 20 is created by number 26. The second way to create this, you notice the first 13 creates 19. 13 and 13 is 26, and this will create 20. This is where your letters S and T come together, and 1 and 2. This is where 1 and 2 come together. The second side of numbers starts with 19, and then the heart is 20. How it joins together. There we go. I don't want to embarrass myself and talk, cat, but don't you understand that you're in the corner? Do I have to pat you all the time? Come. I love you, but you're a little sticky. You're a little sticky. Is that good? You're okay? Yeah? You're okay. Just be a good dog. Okay. So there's another way to create this 20. The other way to create the 20, let me go and see through here. Yes, the other way to create 20 is over here. Number 48 will create 20. 4 times 8 equals 32. 4 plus 8 equals 12. 32 minus 12 or plus 32 equals to 44 equals to 20. So different ways to come into 20. There's different ways to come in through numbers, through the star system, whether it's multiplication and addition. Why do I do it? It's like a piping system. In order to find the next pipe, my pipes are in numbers. If I need to find a wire to connect with or a color code, it would be numbers and letters. It would come from games, what the odds of games and the probabilities are. Okay, so now we're going to go one of my first primes. But one of my first primes, okay, how do we create my first prime of 11? I create my first prime of 11 by 2 times 3. 2 plus 3 is 5 and 6, 11. Now, how do we create 2 and 3? 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 will now create my 3 and 2. Now, my next prime is 5, and 3 plus 2 equals to my prime 5. My 6 is not prime. I add them together to create my 1 and 1 prime. My 19 is the first time I will ever create a 1 which is not prime. It's recreated through another number mathematically. They don't count the 1 as prime. The 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 equaling 6 and 5, which is creation. This one represents the orphan child, okay, the orphan moon child of 5775. I'm going to show you that in a minute. And when you minus it and you add it, you equal to the 19. The 19 is on the other side of numbers. The 41 is what connects numbers. This is what happens. 19 is over here. 90 and 14 is over here. And there's a Y that joins, and everything separates. There's a division at number 14. And number 19 is the second side. It creates that. From 14 through 16 into 19, it becomes 5, 7, 1 is that movement. And that's from your roulette board. That's what it does. And this will create your 3 and 2. I'm not sure so why is this the student of 5775? Because on the roulette table, do I have a wheel? On the roulette table, 21, 35, 66. After you get 66, the connection of 66, you now get the 9 birth, or you get the third 6 because it's flipped upside down. And on this side, you get 8, 7, 6, 21, or 17, 76, equaling to 57, 75, the orphan child. Because if you look up on roulette, just give me a second here. Orphelin roulette. Images, let me see, hold on a second. Let me try and get it out here for you. European roulette. It's on the European roulette, the EU. Let's see, let's see. Wow. Oh, here's the racetrack. There it is. Okay. Okay, I mean, I don't know how to copy image. Can I copy image and post it here? No, it wouldn't let me post it. Just one second. Anyways, we're going to show it to you this way. See, I don't know if you can read that. No, it's not coming in. Let me see if I can get it another way. Just one second here. Okay, maybe you can see it here. Hold on a second. Yeah. See where it says this is called 1/3. There's no, you see it says 1/3, 1/3, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're showing you 8 over here only. This says tiers, which means 1/3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The mathematical equation of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is 6 times 2, 6 plus 2 creates this area of 20. Then over here, there should be an area of 17. Prime 17. How do you create prime 17? With numeric value. See, 26 created this. 25 will create this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. You notice 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There's 14 here, and then the corner took up 3. And then over here, there was no corner. We had 2, 4, 6 together, 2 together, and 4 together. I don't know what that means yet. But anyways, if you can look, orphelin, 1776, the birth to the moon and the sun. This one comes out of the cycle. This is a lower case of the cycle created by number 28, created by number 26. 28 creates 26, creates 20. And then it'll create Earth. So 1 and 6 comes together. 2 and 7 come together. 5 and 8 come together. I'm just looking the other way around. I'm just looking over that. I'm not really happy with what I'm showing right now, but that's what it is right there. And that's why I say 5775. That's why I say 5775. And so these are all my primes. My next prime, we have 3. How does 3 come out? When you get 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 will create your 2 and your 3 both together. So 1 and 1 will create your 2 next primes. And the situation from that will create, where is 6 and 5? Why did I put this? Oh, this over here, 6 and 5, 11. Anyways, not happy with this video. Everything was prepared, and now I'm not happy with it. Okay, what happens, okay, is from 1 and 1, the reverse of 1 and 1 is 6 and 6. 6 and 6 creates 48. It also creates 20. 6 plus 6 and 6 times 6, we get the vibration, okay? And it equals to 480. And another way to say this backwards, okay, is by saying 420. This one is saying 4 by 20 equals 80, but it's leaving out part of the equation. I'm just making up an assumption. So we get the 420, 4 areas of 80. If we minus this, minus 48 from that equals to 12, what is it, 388? Connect, this is creation of connecting skies. Okay, we did this. This is phi area space. This will create day and night equals to 24, and the gateway between day and night. So I'm assuming at night you have the moon, and the day you have the sun. What 1 and 6 does over here, I'm just trying to think, 1 and 6, 1 plus 1. All right. How can we achieve the same number together? If 6 and 6 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3, 1 and 1 is 2. 6 and 6 equals 3. This is our first calculation of the reverse. The first calculation of the reverse is the same situation as multiplying 1 times 1, 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 will create this same situation. So all the reverses on the dice, the next one would be 2 and 2 and 5 and 5. This one equals to 4. This one equals to 1. And 2 equals to 6. And 5 equals to 6. So the third relationship from 5 and 2 coming together, 5 and 2 being 7, 1 and 6 being 7, seeing what our 7s do and bringing them up on a different level, we added 2 and 2 is 4, 5 and 5 is 1. And on level number 3, Earth's heart comes together as the same as 1, 2, 3, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3 equals to 6 equals to 6. This situation comes together, and this situation comes together by 1 times 2 equals to 2, 1 plus 2 equals to 3. So this is a 2-number combination to create this one. This one was a 3 combination to create this one. Am I pulling this out of my hat? I don't know. Let's check the third one. The third one would be 3 and 4. Okay, and I'm just trying to look at 3 and 4. So 3 and 3 equals to 6. 4 and 4 equals to 8. Now this, I already know, is 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 equals to 8 equals to 6. And this is the division of the 7th gate. And this over here will create number 62. 8 times 6 equals 48. 8 plus 6 equals 14 equals 62. So this is how I will create number 20. This situation over here. This represents DNA of the sun. This represents the sun of Pluto and the half-life. This is the quarter life. Remember, there's different scenarios. If I say, give me a 1/2-inch key, that'll equal to 14 grams. So we have both 1 and 2 coming together and 1 and 4 coming together in this situation on Earth. I said on Earth because 1/4 equals to the numeric value for Earth, 1 and 4. When we come to 9 times 3, 9 plus 3, equaling to 39, 9 times 3, 9 plus 3, Saturn and the word 10 equals to 39. The word CL, sky, equals to CL, 3, 12, and 5, 17 equals to 29, the birth in the sky. Sky and the second sky is 55. These two come together by mathematics, by the number 76. The mathematics will bring it together. Created by 16. If you want to know, ask me exactly that question. So in this situation of the red sun, right, it equals to 9 and 3. One of them, 15, is Mars, and now it represents the orphan child because Saturn and Mars have come together, equaling to the total of 54, the sun. 54, the day of the sun. The orphan children of 5775, because of the roulette wheel. It also brings out your liberty, because 7 and 7 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5. 14 represent green go, also represents Christ. This also represents your mind, your memory, your conscience, your freedom, your spirit of 76. Because of the mathematics, multiply it, it equals 125. And 512 is your quarter memory. 512 times 4. This is your quarter, your 1/8 memory. This also has a connection to the Mayans. When you multiply it by 5 and then multiply it by 41, and 41 is 5. So you're multiplying it so many times different ways by 5. 41 times 5 times 125 equals 25,625. Look up the Mayan short count. So this here, what happens to bring this down to the 1111, 5 and 5 is 1, 7 and 3 is 10, 1 plus 0 is 1, 7 plus 3 is 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. Now there's a thing about number 1. 3 and 7 is a red one, 5 and 5 is a red one, but 8 and 2 is a black one. So maybe if we create 8 and 2 equals to 1, it is not the same thing as 7 and 3 equals to 1. This one over here is black. This one over here is red. This one over here is represented by 92. This one is represented by 72, or 27 and 29, whichever way you want to put it. So they're going to tell their own story, because that's the numeric value for black and red, B and R. Look out for the bear. So it's 5775 created by 33. If I remember this correctly, 77 times 75 equals to 5775. We created all this together, creating 1111, which is either 22 or 3. So we see in the center we created 3, 3 over here. This number 53 is recreated by number 27. These numeric values here. The 5 is female, the 7 is male. Creates, why does it create 33? Where did that come into my spectrum? Oh yes, 5 and 7 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3, 5 and 7 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3. This is your moon coming in. I want to talk about number 19. Ways to create number 19 just on a plain ordinary couple of dice. 9, 9 and 1, 9, 8 and 2, 9, 7 and 3, 9, 6 and 4. Here we have to duplicate. Here we have to duplicate. Here we have to duplicate. To create number 19 with 3 dice, okay, we have to duplicate on every single one to create 19 with 3 dice. Now I'm working on the dice. I'm working on the 6. I'm working on the 9. I'm not using 0 or I'm not using 10. I'm not using 1 or 0. Let me see. So yes, 9, 9 and 1. Jupiter, and this 1 will be the center of the heavens. This 2 will be the separation, and it shows you over here in the cycle, 8 and 2. Here it shows you it's 7 and 3. Here it shows you it's 6 and 4. We missed one. I do not have 9 and 5 and 5. I didn't want to repeat, but I have it here. Here is your freedom, 10. This will create one scenario. Never use 9, because 9 is everything. So I'm just adding it. So this one over here is basically the way everything is made. This one is inside creation. The reason I say this is because this one over here is going to be replaced over here. The 5 will replace the 1. The 3 replaces the 1, but if you notice, it's the connecting heavens. For life, you need this one over here. You need the heavens of creation. That 6 is also a replacement, because through 6 is enlightened by 1. 1 shines its light into 6. So this is the most real out of anything. 8 by 6, 48. 8 times 6 times 5 equals to 30, equals to 240, equals to our day, plus 19 or minus 19. This one over here is Christ, and this one over here becomes the moon. This becomes the orphan child. This one over here, this is our birth. This is our ABC before the extension. 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals to 6. 1 times 2 times 3 equals to 6. In the next world, when it's shortened, it becomes 2. I'm just trying to think here. Just give me a second. 2 times 2, 2 plus 2 equals to 4 equals to 4. The next time something like this will happen, right after this, okay, it's a new level, because 4 after 6 you add on, it becomes a new level. 1, 2, 3, 4 equals to 10. So now if we use the cubes, we get 6, 6, 6, and 1. And if you look at the last two, it's 7. If you look at the last two, 5 and 2 is 7. So on the cube to the 7th gate to create 19, this is the only way to do it with 4 cubes. And you're going 1, 6. So you have 2 cubes, okay, that will always stay in play, that will never be changed. And now you just use your cubes to create your 19. It just works out so perfect that until you use your cubes, you don't have the 7th gate. And all these come with reverses. The reverse over this is already reversed. It doesn't have to be reversed. You can bring it into a new world, the 1, the 4, and the 7 world. Here we're in the 7 world. So if I take 6 and 1 and want to bring it into the 4 world, we can go 2 and 3, or we can go 7 and 3. Same thing. Well, why? 6 minus 2 equals 4. 1 plus 3 equals this. So if you're trying to calculate how to get there, you can use this and say, okay, we got minus 2. Let's put it over here. And we got plus 3, and let's maybe put that one over here. I don't really know. I'm just thinking. You know what I'm saying? Then maybe we'd be talking about that. Then we mirror it, and we'd end up with something like that. I don't know. I'm just thinking about this. So this over here on this side, okay, depending on which world you want to come into, you want to create the 1, 4, 7. The only ones that are really alive to use that are different is this one over here. Okay, I don't want to use duplicating numbers. Just want to use regular numbers. So this one over here, 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 and that's it. Those are the only ones. So 8 by 7 is 56 by 4, and they'll give you a calculation. But to turn this one over here, okay, into the 1, 4, 7 world, 8, 6, 5. Turn the 8 into the 7, 1, 4, 7. 1, 4, 7. 1, 4, 7. 1, 4, 7. So this is what happens. 8 and 2 is 10 is 1. 5 and 8 is 13 is 4. 8 and 8 is 16 is 7. Becomes the 1, the 4, and the 7 area. This one will equal to 18. This one will equal to 11. This one will equal to 20. And this one will equal to 11. 2, 2, 2. So it's telling me a whole story. I always use the 1, 4, 7. The 4th year, we have that one extra year that will complete the 4th year, telling me the 3 are missing. It's a hard expression. I only like to go with the 4, 3, 2 vibration, because after that you're on to the other side, and it's 6, 7, and 8 to create the 8 and 2, 7 and 3, 8 and 2, 7 and 3, 6 and 4, creating that one world. Not sure if you're keeping up with me. Just want to let everybody know there's only me and one other person watching. I think I'm a little mixed up. So how do we create 1 with 19? How do we create 3 with 21? Or 1991, 2112. How do we create the 2 with 26? There was another way to create that 2, and that was with 48. Was that right? 4 times 8 is 32, and 12, right, 48. To create the 5, how did we create the 5? 1 and 4 equals 5, but this is a star system to create this calculation. This is the star system. 13 creates 19. 11 creates 21. 28 creates 26. I just don't remember what creates 48. I'm just trying to think. Yes, 66, the division of the crossroads. 6 times 6, 36. 6 plus 6, 12. That's your 48. Division of your crossroads. Is Pluto. So at the same time, I'm showing you what you can do with the 1 dot, what the design with the 2 dot, because this shows me that there are 6 voided areas, and I can pass it to connect them this way. Here I have 7 voided areas. Here I have 4 voided areas. Anyways, very intense. There's one thing about the letter G, depending on how you fix and separate your, here's your 66 in gematria. If we join, where is it? Let me see. If I join it and the 7th gate is between both 6 and 6. Do you understand where I'm going with this? This is the G area. F and H separated by the 7th gate. GG. And you see the V that's up over here when there's no separation. You see the V where the G sits in. Well, that becomes G5. Why? Because all separations that are over here start in the next block, and that's your E block. And your E block, E and I, EIO, 5, 7, 9, and that's your G5 area. Controlling of the 66, the main current. The main current, which is the female, which is the ocean, which is the moon and the skies. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Confusing, confused. Thank you for watching.